Picture this, you're in your 20s, standing at the edge of a wild, chaotic world. It's a damn circus out there. People chasing the next big trend, snapping selfies like their life depends on it, or wandering around trying to find themselves like it's some mystical scavenger hunt. Meanwhile, the real players, the ones who are going to own the game for decades, aren't lost in the noise. They're locked in, laser focused, forging the tools they'll use to dominate life for the next 50 years. And the sharpest, most lethal tool in their arsenal, the ability to sell. Now, hold up. Before you tune out and think, selling? What, like pushing used cars or hustling shady deals? Pump the brakes, get that garbage out of your head. Selling isn't about slinging products to suckers. It's about mastering the art of persuasion, convincing anyone, anywhere to buy into you, your ideas, your vision, your future. It's the ultimate meta skill, the invisible thread that weaves through every corner of your life, your career, your relationships, your wildest dreams. Master this one thing, and you've got a golden key that unlocks any door you damn well please. Let me hit you with a question. What if there was one skill, one superpower that could make you unstoppable? Would you grab it with both hands and run with it? Because that's what we're diving into here. A masterclass in the art and science of influence. And trust me, I'm not just talking out of my ass. I've lived this. Back in my Wall Street days, I wasn't just moving stocks, I was selling belief. Belief in me, in my team, in the insane dream we were chasing. And when the walls started closing in, feds knocking, chaos erupting, it wasn't luck that pulled me through, it was selling. Not just surviving, but thriving. That's the raw, untamed power of this skill. It's not a gimmick, it's a lifeline. Now maybe you're sitting there thinking, Jordan, I'm not some smooth-talking charmer. This isn't me. Good news, you don't have to be. I wasn't born with a silver tongue either. Selling isn't about being slick or fake. It's about discipline, strategy, and showing up every single day like your life depends on it. The great Jim Rohn nailed it. Success is a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And Napoleon Hill, he drilled into us that mastering your mind is the first step to mastering your life. Selling is where those two collide, discipline meets mindset. And when they do, you don't just play the game, you rewrite the rules. Your 20s are the proving ground. This is the decade where you build the foundation, or you flounder around and spend the next 30 years playing catch-up. The choice is yours. But if you want to come out swinging, if you want to stack the deck in your favor, then selling is your ticket. It's the skill that separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the titans. So buckle up, because we're about to rip the lid off why selling is the ultimate meta skill for your 20s. We're going deep. Why it matters, how it works, and what it can do for you. This isn't fluff. This is fire. Let's roll. Why selling is the meta skill. Let's cut the crap and get real. Selling isn't just a job, it's a goddamn superpower. It's the beating heart of success, the engine that drives everything you want out of life. You don't believe me? Let's break it down piece by piece, and I'll show you why this skill is the foundation you need in your 20s and beyond. Your career, the game changer. First up, your career. You think climbing the ladder is just about grinding hard and having a fancy degree. Wake up. Hard work and talent get you in the door, but selling keeps you in the room and gets you to the top. It's about convincing your boss you're the one who deserves that promotion, not the other guy kissing ass in the corner. It's about pitching your ideas with such fire and clarity that people don't just nod, they jump on board. It's about negotiating your worth like a wolf, not a sheep, so you're not just paid, you're overpaid. Look at me. I didn't build a Wall Street empire because I was the smartest guy in a pinstripe suit. Hell no. I did it by selling a vision so electric, so undeniable that people didn't just buy in, they begged to join the ride. Brokers, clients, the whole damn team, they bought the dream because I sold it right. And you can do the same. Whether you're gunning for the corner office or building your own empire from scratch, selling is the difference between being overlooked and being untouchable. What's your move? You're gonna sit there hoping someone notices your potential, or you're gonna sell yourself into the spotlight. That's what winners do. Relationships to connect. Next, let's talk relationships. You wanna win people over? Build a network? Leave a mark? That's selling, baby. Not in some sleazy, manipulative way, but in a way that screams, I'm worth your time, and here's why. It's about reading the room, understanding what people need, and positioning yourself as the answer. Whether you're charming a date, bonding with a friend, or sealing a business deal, selling is the glue that makes it stick. Think about the legends. Every great leader, every magnetic personality you've ever admired, what do they have in common? They're master sellers. They don't just talk, they connect, they persuade. They light a fire in people and get them moving. That's not luck, that's skill. And it's a skill you can own. Your 20s are when you build the relationships that carry you through life. Don't waste them fumbling around. Sell your value and watch doors fly open. Personal goals, the dream maker. And finally, your personal goals. You've got big dreams, right? Crazy, audacious ones that keep you up at night. Good. But here's the cold, hard truth. Dreams don't pay the bills. Action does. And action starts with selling your vision to the world. It's getting investors to fund your startup when everyone else says it's a pipe dream. It's convincing your family to back your wild idea instead of rolling their eyes. It's turning every no into a yes until the world can't ignore you anymore. Selling is how you take that fire burning inside you and make it real. Let me paint you a picture. Back in the day, I had this insane idea to take my sales skills and turn them into a training system. People laughed. Stick to stocks, Jordan, they said. But I sold that vision first to myself, then to a handful of believers. I didn't beg, I persuaded, I didn't hope, I hustled. And that crazy idea, it exploded into a global movement. Why? Because I mastered the art of selling the dream and then delivering on it. The truth about selling. Here's the real kicker. Selling isn't some rare gift you're born with. It's not about being a slick talker or a con artist. It's a skill learnable, trainable, and damn near invincible once you've got it dialed in. You don't need a fancy suit or a shady handshake. You need practice, strategy, and the guts to keep swinging when the world swings back. Jim Rohn said success comes from daily discipline. Selling is that discipline. Napoleon Hill said it's about mindset. Selling is that mindset in action. So why is selling the meta skill? Because it's the root of everything else. It's the spark that lights up your career, the glue that binds your relationships, the fuel that powers your dreams. Master it in your 20s. And you're not just ahead of the curve, you're rewriting the whole damn game. Stay locked in, because next we're breaking down how to make this skill yours, step by step. No excuses, all action. Let's go. How to master selling in your 20s. All right, listen up, because I'm about to drop the ultimate playbook for dominating sales in your 20s. This isn't some watered-down motivational fluff you'd get from a self-help guru sipping soy lattes. This is the real deal, a no BS, in-the-trenches guide to mastering the art of selling, straight from the Wolf of Wall Street. Your 20s are your launch pad, the decade where you build the skills to take over the world. And selling, it's the rocket fuel. Whether you're slinging stocks, cars, or your own damn ideas, this is how you turn persuasion into power. I've broken it down into 4 unbreakable pillars that'll make you a sales machine. Let's roll. Pillar 1. Understand your audience, like a mind reader. First rule of selling. You can't sell a damn thing if you don't know who's sitting across from you. I'm not talking about their name or what they had for breakfast. I mean getting deep into their head, knowing their fears, their dreams, their secret little triggers that make them tick. Selling isn't about you, it's about them. The best sellers aren't talkers. They're listeners, observers, freaking detectives. Back in my Stratton Oakmont days, I'd watch a guy's eyes, his hands, the way he shifted in his seat. That told me more than his words ever could. You've got to read people like a book. Ask questions, smart ones. What's the one thing keeping you up at night? What would make your life 10 times easier? Boom. Now you're not guessing what they want, you know? And when you know you're not just pitching, you're solving. People don't buy products. They buy feelings, relief, excitement, status. Figure out what they're craving, and you've got the keys to the kingdom. Here's how you start. Next time you're with a prospect, shut your mouth for a minute. Listen, watch, pick up the cues. Maybe they're stressed about money. Lean into that. Maybe they want to look like a big shot. Feed that ego. The more you understand, the more you control. This isn't touchy-feely crap. It's strategy. Master this and you're halfway to the close before you even open your mouth. But it's not just about the moment. You've got to build this skill like a muscle. Talk to strangers, cab drivers, baristas, the guy next to you at the gym. Practice reading people every day. What's their mood? What's their story? Get good at this, and you'll walk into any room knowing exactly how to play it. That's power. And don't stop there. Research your audience before you even meet them. If you're selling to a business owner, know their industry, their competitors, their pain points. Walk in armed with intel, and they'll think you're a goddamn psychic. That's how you build trust fast, and trust is the grease that makes deals slide through. One time I had a guy on the line, a real estate hotshot. I'd done my homework, knew his company was bleeding cash on bad leases. I didn't start with my pitch. I started with, how's it feel watching those leases drain your profits every month? He froze. I had him. 5 minutes later, he's begging me to solve his problem. That's what happens when you know your audience better than they know. Ascendancy isn't just a skill, it's a weapon. So pillar one, understand your audience. Study 28. It's not enough to be loud or pushy. You gotta be subtle, sharp, and in control. Know them, and you'll own them. Pillar two, craft your message like a sniper. Now that you've got their number, it's time to hit them with a pitch so tight, so compelling, they can't say no. Selling isn't about vomiting features or stats at them. That's amateur hour. It's about crafting a message that cuts through the noise and lands like a punch to the gut. Your words need to be a story, a vision, a freaking movie in their mind that makes them feel the sale before they even sign. Here's the formula I perfected on Wall Street. Problem, solution, proof, call to action. Step one, paint their pain. Make it real. Make it hurt. You're losing deals left and right because your pitch is weak. Step two, swoop in with the fix. I've got the system that'll triple your closes in 30 days. Step three, prove it. I took a kid from 0 to $5 million in sales in under a year. Step four, seal it. Let's get you started. Sign here. No hesitation. No maybe. You tell them what to do and you say it like it's already done. Your message has to be sharp. Every word counts. Cut the fat. No one cares about your life story or your company's mission statement. They care about what's in it for them. Keep it short, keep it punchy, and deliver it with the swagger of someone who's already won. I used to practice my pitch in the mirror, on tape, in my sleep, over and over until it was a damn weapon. You've got to do the same. Record yourself. Listen, tweak, make it so tight they can't look away. Let me break it down with an example. Say you're selling a course. Don't say it's a great program with lots of lessons. Boring. Try this, you're bleeding money every day because you don't know how to close. My course is the exact system I used to make $700 million step-by-step proven and yours today. Sign up now and let's turn you into a killer. Feel the difference? That's sniper precision. And here's the trick. Emotion trumps logic every time. People buy with their gut and back it up with their head. Hit them where it hurts, then lift them up. Imagine the stress of missing quotas. Gone. Picture your boss's jaw dropping when you crush it. Paint that picture and they're yours. Practice this. Write your pitch. Say it out loud. Cut every weak word. Maybe. Hopefully. Replace them with power. Now guaranteed. Today gets so good that your message feels like a command. They can't resist. That's how you close. Pillar 3, build confidence like a gladiator. Confidence isn't a gift, it's a grind. You don't wake up one day feeling like a rock star. You build it brick by brick through action. Every call you make, every pitch you throw, every no you eat and keep swinging, that's how you grow balls of steel. Here's the truth. Fake it till you make it. I don't care if you're terrified. Act like you're not. Stand tall, chest out, voice steady. Walk into the room like you own it. My first big pitch, I was a nervous wreck. Inside sweating, shaking, the works. But I strutted in like a king. Locked eyes and delivered. Closed a 6-figure deal. Why? Because they didn't see the fear. They saw the front. Confidence comes from reps. Make 10 calls a day. Pitch to anyone, your buddy, your mom, the guy at the deli. Take the hits, rejections, your teacher, not your enemy. Each no is a lesson. Each yes is fuel. Stack those wins and soon you're not faking it. You're feeling it. Here's a move. Before a big pitch, pump yourself up. Blast some 𝐒𝐤𝐥𝐲. Slap your chest. Tell yourself, I'm the best damn closer they've ever seen. Get your blood pumping. Confidence isn't quiet. It's loud, bold, and in their face. And here's the kicker. The more you act confident, the more you become it. It's science. Your brain buys the act, and suddenly you're untouchable. One time I walked into a boardroom, 10 suits staring me down. I didn't flinch. Gentlemen. I said, you're about to make more money in one deal than you have all year. Here's how. No apologies, no nerves, just pure gladiator level certainty. They signed in 10 minutes. Confidence closes. Pila cuatro. Practice like a maniac. You don't get great at selling by sitting on your ass reading books or watching YouTube. You get great by doing. Selling's a contact sport. Blood, sweat, and reps. The more you swing, the sharper you get. Set goals. 5 pitches a day. 3 follow-ups. 1 close. Hit your numbers, no excuses. And don't just practice when it's easy. Practice when it sucks. When you're tired, when you're scared, when you'd rather scroll TikTok. That's where the gold is. I used to cold call at 6 a.m., half dead, just to prove I could. Every rep made me smoother, faster, deadlier. Here's how you drill it. Pick a pitch. Run it 10 times alone. To a mirror, to a friend. Time it. Cut the fluff. Then do it live. Call a lead. Hit a prospect. Test it in the wild. After every round, debrief. What landed? What flopped? Tweak it. Maybe your opener's weak. Punch it up. Maybe you're rambling. Slash it. Small fixes. Big wins. Celebrate the closers, sure. Pop a beer, flex in the mirror. But study the losses harder. I'd replay every blown deal in my head. Too pushy. Too vague. Then I'd adjust and go again. That's how you turn good into great. Selling's a game of inches. Every rep moves the needle. One night I made 50 calls after a 12-hour day. Legs shot. Voice hoarse. Number 49 said no. Number 50? A $200K deal. Why? Because I didn't quit. Practice isn't optional. It's the difference between broke and baller. Get obsessed. Reps are your rocket fuel. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Now you've got the playbook to crush it, but here's the flip side, the traps that'll tank you if you're not careful. Selling's simple, but it ain't easy, especially in your 20s when you're green and hungry. These are the 5 dumbest mistakes I see rookies make, and I'll show you how to dodge them like a pro. Let's rip. Mistake 1, being a pushy jackass. You know that guy, the loudmouth who won't shut up, won't back off, and makes you want to hang up or run. Don't be him. Pushiness doesn't close. It repels. Selling's not about arm twisting. It's about guiding them to yes like it's their idea. How to avoid it? Ease up. Confidence is calm, not frantic. If you're talking more than half the time, you're losing. Ask a question, what's your biggest hurdle right now? Then zip it. Let them spill. The less you push, the more they pull. Best sellers don't chase, they attract. Mistake 2, ignoring the emotional trigger. Newsflash, people don't buy with their brain, they buy with their heart. If you're yapping about features and specs, you're missing it. They want to feel something, relief, pride, hope, skip the emotion, and you're just noise. How to avoid it? Hit their gut. Imagine ditching that stress for good. Picture yourself running the show. Make it vivid, personal, raw. I once told a guy, you're one call from $1 million. Let's make it. His eyes lit up. Emotion's your hook. Use it. Mistake 3, quitting after 1 no. Rejection's standard issue in sales, but giving up after 1 no, that's weak. No isn't never, it's not now. Most deals die because you bailed too soon. How to avoid it? Follow up like a champ. Not creepy smart. Drop a note. Found something you'll like, check this. I turned a 6-month no into a 7-figure close because I kept swinging. Persistence wins, quitting loses. Mistake 4, forgetting to ask for the sale. You nail the pitch, build the vibe, and then Nothing. No close. It's like sprinting a race and stopping 10 feet from the line. If you don't ask, you don't get. How to avoid it? Always be closing. Say it clear, ready to roll. Let's lock it in. No shy bullshit on it. I'd end every call with, we're doing this, yes or yes. If you've set it up right, they're waiting for you to ask. Mistake 5, neglecting your network. Selling's not just one and done, it's a long game. Burn bridges or ghost your contacts, and you're screwing yourself. Your network's your gold mine. How to avoid it? Nurture it. Post-sale. Ping them. How's it going? Send a thank you. Remember their kid's name? I call old clients just to say hi. Years later, they throw me deals. Relationships pay forever. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. All right, listen up, because we're about to get real. You want to dominate sales. You want to stack cash, build a name, and run the game. Then you've got to stop tripping over your own feet. Selling's a war. And the battlefield's littered with rookies making the same boneheaded mistakes. Mistakes I've seen, mistakes I've made, mistakes I've crushed on my way to the top. Your 20s are prime time to get this right. So I'm giving you the unfiltered truth. The 5 dumbest mistakes that'll tank your sales game and exactly how to dodge them like a pro. Let's rip this open. Mistake 1. Being a pushy jackass. Picture this. You're on the phone. Or maybe face to face and you're hammering away, talking fast, pushing hard, practically begging for the sale. You think you're closing, but you're really just pissing them off. I've seen it 1,000 times. Some kid fresh out of the gate acting like a used car salesman on a bad day. All aggression and no finesse. Being too pushy doesn't land deals. It tortures them. People don't buy from bulldozers. They buy from guides. If you're coming off like a desperate street hawker, you're dead in the water. How to avoid it? Slow your roll. Hot shot. Confidence isn't loud, it's calm, it's steady, it's magnetic. The best sellers don't chase, they attract. Here's the play. Start with a question. What's the one thing holding you back right now? Then shut your mouth. Let them talk. If you're doing more than half the yapping, you're losing. I used to lean back, sip my coffee, and let the client spill their guts. By the time I spoke, they were begging me to solve their problem. Less push, more pull. Be the prize, not the pest. That's how you win. Mistake 2, ignoring the emotional trigger. Let's get this straight. People don't buy because you've got a fancy PowerPoint or a stack of stats. They buy because you hit them where it hurts or where it dreams. It's not about logic. It's about feeling relief from pain, pride in winning, hope for something better. That's the juice. If you're droning on about features or specs like some corporate robot, you're missing the whole damn point. I've watched guys tank million-dollar pitches because they couldn't make the client feel the payoff. How to avoid it? Hit their gut first, their head second. Paint the picture, make it raw, make it real. Imagine waking up tomorrow with that weight off your shoulders. Picture yourself driving this deal. Home while your boss is still picking his jaw off the floor. I once told a prospect, you're one signature away from changing your life. Let's do it. His eyes lit up like Vegas. Emotion's your hook. Logic's just the line that reels them in. Find their trigger, fear, ambition, whatever, and pull it. That's the art of the close. Mistake 3, quitting after one no. Here's a hard truth. Rejection's baked into sales. If you can't handle a no, get out now. But here's the bigger sin. Taking that no and walking away like a whipped dog. One rejection isn't the end. It's the beginning. No doesn't mean never. It means not yet. I've turned no into yes more times than I can count. And the fortune's always in the follow-up. Most deals die because you gave up, not because they wouldn't buy. How to avoid it? Grow a spine and follow up like a pro. Not some needy please call me back. Nonsense. Smart, sharp, value-driven persistence. Drop a quick note. Hey, found something you'll want to see. Check this out. I once chased a guy for 6 months. 6 months! And turned a flat no into a 7-figure deal. Because I didn't flinch. Timing changes. Needs change. People change. No is just a speed bump, not a brick wall. Keep swinging and you'll break through. Quitters lose, wolves win. Mistake 4, forgetting to ask for the sale. This one kills me. You've got the pitch dialed. Energy's high, vibes perfect, they're nodding along and then nothing. You just sit there smiling like an idiot waiting for them to magically sign the dotted line. If you don't ask, you don't get, it's that simple. I've seen guys run a marathon of a pitch and stop 10 feet from the finish line because they're too shy or too clueless to close. That's not just a mistake, it's a crime. How to avoid it? Always be closing. No hesitation, no excuses. When the moment's right, you look them in the eye and say, ready to make this happen. Let's lock it in. Clear, direct, ballsy. Back in the day, I'd end every call with, we're doing this, yes or yes. If you've built the trust, set the stage, they're waiting for you to ask. Don't leave money on the table because you're scared to pop the question. Ask for the sale like you deserve it, because you do. Mistake 5, neglecting your network. Selling's not a one-night stand, it's a long-term relationship. Too many rookies cash the check and ghost thinking the game's over. Wrong. Your network's your lifeline, your gold mine, your ticket to the big leagues. Burn bridges or forget to water those connections and you're screwing yourself out of deals you don't even see coming. I've had clients from 10 years back throw me business because I didn't treat them like a transaction. How to avoid it? Play the long game. After the sale, check in. How's it going? Loving the results. Send a thank you note, a quick text, help. Remember their birthday if you've got it. I used to call old clients out of the blue. Hey, just thinking about you, what's up? And years later, they'd hand me referrals worth millions. Relationships aren't a means to an end, they're the end game. Don't be the guy who disappears after the ink dries. Be the guy they can't forget. Conclusion. All right, let's land this plane and light a fire under you. If you've been locked in, you're walking away with the keys to the kingdom, because selling isn't just some trick to pay the bills, it's the skill that builds empires. Your 20s? They're not for coasting or screwing around, they're for forging the tools that'll carry you to the top. And the sharpest tool in the box is your ability to sell, to persuade, to connect, to close. Master this now, and you're not just in the game, you're running it. Let's rewind for a second, because this is where it all snaps into focus. We started by breaking down why selling's the ultimate power move, how it fuels your career, your relationships, your wildest dreams. It's the engine that turns ambition into action. And if you're not firing it up in your 20s, you're leaving millions on the table. Then we dug into the playbook, knowing your audience like a psychic, crafting your pitch like a poet, building confidence like a prize fighter, and practicing until it's muscle memory. That's the foundation. And just now, we shredded the 5 mistakes that'll sink you if you're not sharp, being a pushy jackass, missing the emotional hook. Folding after one no, forgetting to close, and letting your network rot. Dodge those traps, and you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're ahead of 90% of the pack before you even break a sweat. But here's the kicker. Knowing all this doesn't mean squat if you don't move. This isn't some rah-rah pep talk you forget by tomorrow morning. It's a battle cry. Your 20s are the crucible where your future gets forged. And every day you waste is a day you're not stacking wins. Start now. Pick one thing, one mistake to fix, one skill to sharpen, and hit it hard. Make 5 calls. Pitch a stranger. Follow up on that no you let slide. Small moves today, massive payoffs tomorrow. Let me paint it real for you. The world doesn't give a damn about your potential. It respects results. And results don't come from wishing or planning. They come from doing. I didn't build my empire by sitting on my hands. I built it by picking up the phone, knocking on doors, and refusing to take no for an answer. You've got the same shot right now, so what's your move? You gonna let this fade into the noise? Or are you gonna grab it by the throat and make it yours? Here's my challenge. Before you bounce, commit to one action. Write it down. Today I'm calling that lead. Today I'm asking for the close. Make it concrete. Make it immediate, because time's ticking and your 20s won't wait. But the skills you lock in now, those are forever. And if this lit you up, if you're buzzing, ready to charge, smash that subscribe button, like this video, and sling it to someone who needs the wake-up call. Let's build an army of wolves, not a flock of sheep. Now get out there, sell like a beast, and take what's yours. The world's ready. Don't keep it waiting. Let's go.